Welcome to the Doomsday Report. Now, I'm back at our home, Ivory Blacks, and it's the Darkness Divine album release show. Now, the guys are inside, they're setting up. I'm going to get a chat with them at some point tonight and get some footage. It's going to be a banging episode. Come inside, check this out. Right, now, as I said, upstairs at the door, this is the Darkness Divine album release show. This has been a long time coming, and here are, well, 3/5 of the band. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Doomsday Report.
Yes, not too bad, not too shabby.
Are you excited for this evening?
No. Very much so. Very much so. Just that sense of impending doom that comes with an album launch show, and then once it's over, it's like, well, that was really fucking good.
And that's that. Right, now, how long has this gig been planned for? Because obviously you would have been planning this a long time before lockdown.
I think the gig itself has been planned for a long time, but obviously with the restrictions and all that stuff, the same with the album launch, we didn't want to have it like come out when you couldn't do anything with it, so you didn't want to release an album in the middle of lockdown. So the concept of the album and the gig has been in the works for a long time, but the actual gig probably at least a good few months now.
Yeah, I think like as soon as it was pretty much a let's book it as soon as we can. Do you know what I mean? When it was feasible to be like, okay, we can get the album out, let's book the launch.
There was a couple of occasions where it was like restrictions were coming into place,
and
gigs were getting cancelled, and we were like, oh, this is going to affect the gig, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we were so lucky that it didn't.
Yeah. I think it's the first time in my memory that but you know what I mean? Like the restrictions that came out, like took it up to like 2 weeks before the gig. That the gig couldn't go ahead. But then so I texted Dave when those got announced, and I was like, there's no way that like they're not going to extend those restrictions, but they didn't. And the fact that they didn't extend the restrictions, which I don't think I've ever like
it's
COVID,
never happened.
It's never happened where they've like released the restrictions when they said they would. So it all kind of fell into place.
Now, what problems have you had, with the whole lockdown process itself and the release of the album?
Well, the biggest problem we had was getting vocals recorded, because we'd done just about everything else, and then we were like, okay, we'll get the vocals done as soon as possible, but lockdown happened. No one was open, no one was available.
Couldn't go to like houses and gather up and do things to do it. So yeah.
So how did you conquer that? Because I mean, with obviously studios and that, you used to practice down as at Berkeley too.
We've moved now. We've got a somewhat permanent space now, but it's quite handy that we've done a lot of the stuff in house, and like so for example the vocals, we ended up recording a lot of them at home, and then just getting them all mixed and mastered.
We had a beautiful process where we tried to do it in Dave's flat, but it didn't work. Number one, he's got cats. Number two, he's right on the road. So we then went to Soundshape in Greenock, and we were able to get in there. He did us a sort of special favour because it's we were just doing vocals. There wasn't a lot of people. We were able to be safe. And we came in and we got that sorted, which was great. But then we had like extra bits and pieces, and we didn't want to put them out any further. So we went into our spare room where you were set up at the time, and I sang into a cupboard to eliminate as much sound as possible for a couple of extra bits.
You deserve a Blue Peter badge for that.
Thank you.
Here's an album I made.
I want a Blue Peter badge, a Blue Peter badge, and then I want the golden Blue Peter badge. Thank you very much.
Now, have you guys got any particular tracks on the album that you like performing?
All of them.
Of course.
Yeah. Mirror. Love playing Mirror live. Handful of Minutes. Stronger Don't. Not Stronger Don't, but we're playing that. Well, maybe we're playing that tomorrow.
So your favourite was Everflow?
Yeah.
I think that's great.
The rest of the album.
Yeah.
Everflow's actually been as saying it now.
Yeah, that's the last one we did. That was almost a Hail Mary, I'd say. I think if we tried to do it before COVID, it would have been a bit of a mess. But because we had all that time, we were like, we're good at it now.
And 15 seconds. That's a great song.
I really enjoyed that.
Now, how long did the recording process take in total?
Yes!
Yeah, let's
Yes!
I assume that's a long time then.
It was spread out, and the annoying thing was a lot of the album was done. Like a lot of it, we kind of like got through a lot of it in a short period of time. Well, it took a while to get started, and then we got through a lot of it, and like almost everything was down. And then we lost some stuff, so we had to like re-record some stuff, and then we had to then there was lockdowns and stuff. So like the album was finished quite a while ago. The album was probably finished, what, like 8 months ago maybe?
We had a lot of the songs even before we released the EP, so the EP was a selection of songs that we already had, and then we were like, great, that means we'll be able to release an album soon.
God, it was just like...
Now what are the plans moving forward from this point for the album?
In terms of
touring?
Yeah, so there are a few things in the works. We've got a few gigs booked, but we've not actually that's a lie. We've got some things pinned down, but we're kind of keeping some things under wraps at the minute. But
keeping it under that.
Keeping it under the hat, that's it. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so just trying to fit a sort of tour. And again, what with all the restrictions and stuff, we couldn't really theoretically plan something properly on the normal way. So we're kind of starting to look at that now and get everything firmed up.
Now you've released the 2 singles off of the album so far, Stranger and 50 Seconds.
Yeah.
How many singles are you planning on releasing off of this, and will there be videos accompanied with them?
We have recorded one more. I am campaigning for another. However,
I'll back you on this campaign.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Full support of the Doomsday report.
Yeah, it's a bit of a toss-up. It's like, we've got someone really exciting that we want to approach and work with. Except, do we use it within this album, or do we hold off?
Because you can
and use that person.
You can over-egg the pudding, and you can release like too many videos, and too many like you don't want to release something for the sake of releasing it, and then it doesn't get any traction. So there will be one more. And we'll see after that.
We'll see. If we do another one, you'll know that I've got one. I've got my way. I've had my tantrum.
Oh dear. Now, whereabouts is the video for Stranger filmed?
It was in a local place to the majority of the band. What was it called?
I don't know. It was near the airport.
Overton. No, it wasn't. Overton House.
What, for Stranger?
Talking shite. Sorry, no. The video for Stranger was...
He doesn't even fucking know his own videos.
He doesn't even know the drum parts. We'll see this later.
That was filmed in a warehouse in Paisley. It was near the airport. It's been completely it's just empty. No one's been using it, but that meant that it was freezing. So everybody's like, your video looks great, and I'm like, it was freaking cold.
So how many takes did it? You must have been
like
fed up playing the same song over and over.
Essentially like a 5-hour gig, maybe.
Yeah,
really.
But
I want to say like
same song over and over.
Low to high 20s, I would say, of times playing the song.
Yeah, it was at least 2 hours of playing the same tune. Which playing the same tune.
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah, no, it's more like 3. But in terms of playing the same tune wasn't too bad. But it was like, okay, am I actually needed for this shot? Like eventually they were like, do you see us at all? Because if you don't see me, I'm going out. I'm going for a seat.
2 members of the band, so like if you're filming someone, that person would be there, so it's only those 2. It looks like a full band shot, but the other people are sitting eating Pringles and.
Right, so was it a case of multiple cameras then? So I noticed it was obviously multiple camera angles.
Yeah, so there was multiple takes and like drone shots and stuff like that as well. So yeah, so it was scary.
Yeah, the drone was interesting because obviously we were very close to the airport, so it was like, maybe this will work.
We couldn't fly above a certain height in the building because it was on a flight path.
Without a creed, without a motto, without shoulder to help you follow, we're only comfort, we're rational, to explain, to keep it straight, without science and without thought, without a hand to lead you along, for hope to conquer, for hate to reign, to walk the edge of sanity.
So like,
Here it comes!
what's happening here?
Without me, it is without me.
Sitting your own
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Graham! So now we have 4/5.
He knows how to make an entrance, doesn't
Ah,
he?
he does. You know, superstars are always late. What can I
I'm
say?
such a diva since I've came back. I know.
I'm back.
No, it's putting me to shame.
Oh dear, right now, you've got support from Titan Breed and a Ritual Spirit tonight.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
can't get much stronger than this.
Family!
Absolutely not.
So, how many songs are you planning on playing from the new album, and how many of the Darkness Divine classics?
The majority of the new album.
We had such a debate
Yeah.
over this.
Yeah, we did.
Like, we did have a really long debate about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I think the way he says we're playing the majority of the album and a few classics.
There's only 2 songs that we're not playing off the album, and that's so that we can play some of the classics, because
Yeah.
we have been told
Yeah.
that,
People want to hear the old stuff.
Aye.
which we're more than happy with, because one of them is
I mean,
particularly...
that's what you're known for as
Yeah.
well, you know.
That's
Was
it.
that do that and I don't have to sing it, which is great. I mean, I know I wrote it, but...
Yes, go on then. Give a throat a rest. Oh,
Oh, everybody better know the lyrics to 15 Seconds.
That's
They
it.
should
video out.
They literally spelled it out.
I know, where was the album taken? Was that Glencoe or somewhere?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Yep, it was,
It
aye.
was, yeah, it was Dave who found somebody just on the internet that he liked, and he was like, can I have it? Obviously there was payment exchange,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was like, I don't know how...
And that wasn't like the final image as well. Like we then sent that to someone else who like tweaked the composition of the photo and stuff,
Right.
and then it tied in with like the album name and stuff like that as well. So it genuinely was one of those like we just really liked that and it worked. So we're like, here, have some money and
Go
we'll
with it. Yep.
we and the guy, the photographer that we used was like fucking super like pleased that we
Chuffed.
used it and like bought an album and like really liking the album and stuff as well. So nice holistic approach there.
Ah, so it's all been done like nice and professionally, and
yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be a belter of a night.
What doesn't kill you makes me stronger. What doesn't kill me makes me stranger. If it won't kill you, I'll get stronger. If it won't kill me, I'll get stranger.
Now I'm going to ask you a question away from
One
the night.
second. No, okay, I didn't burp, sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you with a burp.
How's the angle?
It's killing me. It's killing me. I
Well,
am
we had
absolutely...
an interesting conversation upstairs about
Yes.
it. Would you like to tell everybody what happened?
I was demonstrating how to act like you've hurt yourself without actually hurting yourself. And I hurt myself.
So technically you failed.
I absolutely
You have to
failed.
retake that lesson.
I was mortified, you know, it's to do with stage combat, and you know, as I'm writhing on the floor, someone had to ask, "Are you acting just now?" Before anyone came to help me.
It's a good job you're not a gun instructor.
She's a good actress. She knows how to do her stuff.
Come up on the stage, accept your award.
I took it as a compliment.
Pay attention, I'm only going to show you this once.
Now, how are you feeling? You know, being back in the band and this one coming about.
I love it, absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
As I said before, obviously left and I really missed all the guys came back
Yeah.
and it was just slotted right back in and it was perfect and I absolutely love it. Obviously the album coming out and now obviously we're starting to gig the album and that kind of thing and it's just been amazing, it's just been great. Obviously we've been doing the videos, you saw the Stranger video.
Yeah.
So coming back and doing the album and then doing the videos and then obviously we're going to go for a run of the album, it's just been amazing. Absolutely.
He asked us what our favourite song is this year.
Aye, what's
What's your
yours?
favourite songs off there?
Everflow.
Yeah, 3 out of 3, 4 out of 4 maybe.
I'm pretty sure it was like...
Oh, mine's
was it
Handful.
Everflow was like the last
Yeah.
one that I think was the last written for the album maybe, and then it was one of the songs that even I'll listen to it and I'll be like, I know we wrote it, but like that's a tune. You know,
Blow your own trumpet.
blow my own trumpet. I like it, so aye, that's my favourite.
Awesome. Now, you've just brought out some merch. Would you like to show it off?
This is a lovely model.
That's it. It comes with sleeves as well.
Yeah, usually it's
Usually it has sleeves, let's be honest, but it's just the design. Like
pay
the
more
most
for
top
sleeves.
this one.
So I'm assuming that that's the stage garment.
Tis indeed.
Tis indeed.
Yes. I was gonna put it on, except then I would have to flash everyone, which is just rude. You know what I mean? You can't do that to people. It's not fair.
Big to
And
differ.
how much is the album for those that want to purchase a hard copy of
£10.
it?
10 of your finest pounds.
Yep.
And is that available on Bandcamp?
It is. It's available
Big Cartel
online,
page, yeah,
Big
it's
Cartel.
available. It's available tonight. You want to buy it?
That's
Big
it.
Cartel page if you're going to buy a copy. Spotify if you want to stream it. I'm sure it's on other places, but I
It's
have
on
been,
everywhere, yeah.
I have absolutely been getting a kick out of saying, "Hey Google, play Darkness Divine the band on Spotify."
See, my fucking Alexa doesn't do that anymore.
Oh.
No, I mean, I had it programmed for all the bands like from the local scene, so I got it like hooked up to my Spotify and that. And then whenever I say like play like one of these local bands, it's like, cannot find them. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, she's fell at me.
That's it, yeah.
What did you
The
do?
machine's
Yeah,
taking
what
over.
have you
What did you do?
I'm thinking she might be listening during night time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Alexa, spy me harder.
Why do I have to put up with that again?
Alexa, spy me.
Oh, well, what can I say apart from it's been a pleasure chatting to you guys. Eventually chatting to you as well. I'm glad you turned up, and
Me too.
good talking to you too, Dave. You know.
Yeah, cheers, Dave.
He's here in spirit. He's here in spirit.
Oh, that's not fair. He's manning the front
Yeah,
desk.
the big man's manning the doors. I'll see you up there, pal.
He's working.
Well, anyway, what can I say? It's going to be a belter of a gig. You know, I'm sure you're going to absolutely smash it. What can I
Break a
say?
leg, Tony.
Yep, break a leg.
Don't say that! I am honestly, my biggest fear of tonight is that I go over it again. I've like strapped this
Oh,
boot
dear.
right to my ankle.
Oh, dear. Oh well, I've been Esteban. This has been Darkness Divine. This has been their album release show.
Yeah.
And this has been the Doomsday Report.
Yeah.
Keep it metal. Yes!